So, how do you know you're from Christchurch? Well, any Canterburyan will tell you it's when every house is a crack house. It's when your answer to, darling, where's my, is always, it's on the floor! It's when a group of students appear on your street and you don't call the police. You know you're from Christchurch when you're constantly being reminded that you know you're from Christchurch. Hi, my name's Andie. I'm a writer, creative director, filmmaker, actor, bullet point list maker, and I'd like to talk to you today about having a laugh. When Osama bin Laden's television watching was interrupted by a group of Navy SEALs the other day, I was sent this, literally minutes after it happened. There it was. Tragedy plus distance. A man is shot dead. And what do? We laugh about it. Because comedy is you watching something bad happen to someone else. But what happens when something bad happens to you? We didn't laugh on February the 22nd or the day after. But about a week later, the You Know You're From Christchurch meme appeared on the internet. It became a Facebook group, and overnight 100 people had posted. After a week, thousands. Our little town had turned pear-shaped, but we were finding gems amongst the brickwork. I mean, what sort of crazy brain space do you have to be in to make a blog where we share and compare our homemade toilets? Here we are. We're all living on the same pile of caca, so we celebrate it. We celebrate it with toilet humour. A giant rock destroys your house. Do you get angry? Yeah. Do you sell it on Trade Me? Why not? So why laugh? It's an emotional balancing mechanism. It's stimulus response, stress release. You actually do feel better after a laugh. The University of Maryland in 2005 discovered that laughter increases the dilation of our blood vessels, letting more oxygen get to our nerves, our muscles, our organs. Neuroscientist Robert Provine posited that laughter is actually our earliest form of communication, and that along with rudimentary grunts, groans and sighs, became the basis of what we call language. So, I mean, it is really good to share a laugh. It actually helps us heal. So, what have I learned from these earthquakes? I've learned 10 very valuable things. The first thing, the earth is made of plates. Now, it's true, it's made of plates. The ancient Greeks believed that earthquakes were caused by the goddess Gaia, which kind of makes sense if you think about it. Plates, a big fiery Greek. Two, earthquakes were once measured using the Richter scale, pioneered by Charles Richter. First used by his wife as a post-coital skill scoring system. How much did the earth move for you, darling? He was once quoted as saying, Richter, I damn well married her. Now, here in Christchurch, we don't use the Richter scale, we use the Him Ditch Pimp scale, which stands for how much did I just piss in my pants? 3, the Civil Defence endorsed the drop, cover and hold method when there's an earthquake. Well, that's fine, unless you've been through nearly 6,000 aftershocks. Here in Christchurch, 3.0 and over, you pause. 4 and over, you pause and hold. Your wine glass. 5 and over, you pause, hold your wine glass, status update on Facebook. 6.0 and over, you drop, you cover, you hold, you scream, engagement. 4, I've learned it's now okay to go to the toilet in your neighbour's backyard. Even though previously the police told me on numerous occasions it wasn't. Okay, now it is. 5. Trips to the doctor are actually free if they're earthquake related. Now my doctor said he was going to prescribe me some haloperidol for my nerves. I thought he said he was going to give me a Halle Berry doll. I thought, that's pretty inappropriate, but it could work. Thanks, Doc. Yeah. 6. People with 4-wheel drives in Christchurch are now getting to go off-road every day. Going to work, going to the shops, backing out of their drive. I'm finding that yoga is a really good way for me to calm my nerves. Except on a Saturday afternoon in the middle of the class when we have a 5.3, then downward facing dog quickly becomes outside screaming scaredy cat. Yes. I now know that if anything is broken or doesn't work like it used to, it's known to be... Thank you. My favourite cocktail is now a gin and tectonic. It's very simple. You just pour a straight gin, wait for the tectonic, and drink. And 10. I've learnt that when my 100-litre fish tank explodes all over my living room floor and there's no running water, highly carbonated soda stream water is not the best way to save my catfish. That was all I could do. I've also learned that New Zealand, on a whole, is suffering from what they call earthquake fatigue. They are sick to death of all of this bad news. And that's people who don't even live here. And it wears us all down. And that's why positivity is so important. Like positivity like Dan before. I mean, that sort of energy, that's what we need. Really, seriously, it's so important. I want to leave you with the words of comic Bob Newhart. Laughter gives us distance. It allows us to step back from an event, deal with it, and move on. So let's have a laugh. And let's move on. Thank you.